Somebody explain this to me. Somebody explain this to me because my inclination at the moment is to endorse political violence, endorse the overthrow of this system by whatever means necessary. Now, when I see people looting stores, burning down police stations, I'm sitting here. How can I be critical? I'm sitting here. I've been out of work for 2 months. I was approved for unemployment 6 weeks ago. Haven't seen a dime. Haven't seen a dime of unemployment. Got one tardy check for $1,200 with ASHAT's name printed on it. As far as I know, there's been zero mortgage relief. The issue of mortgage relief isn't even being addressed as far as I can tell. Maybe it is, and I just haven't heard anything. In the meantime, people are getting desperate. People are losing everything. I already lost everything because I got laid off 2 years ago and rehired. I worked at a place for 15 years. They have this Teamsters union. The union makes it so you can't straight up do layoffs. So they brought in a guy to do layoffs, but he had to make shit up about people as an excuse to fire people. So he went and made shit up about me. My union didn't defend me, and I lost all my shit and wound up living with my mother. And then they decided to rehire me. Because they were probably losing productivity without me, but whatever. Water under the fucking bridge. I'm lucky. I'm lucky I don't have anything. I don't know how I'd be paying for it right now. Long story short is I'm going to be pissed off to the point of burning and looting if this keeps up. So how can I blame these people who are already at that point? I can't. Forget all the racial aspects of it. I know what I think. I'm a supporter of reparations. I'm a supporter of all that, but fuck it. We got enough white people pontificating on race matters. We don't need another one. What I'm asking is this. The Fed just bought up all these stocks, keep the stock market going, pump liquidity into the market, whatever. I don't doubt that somewhere down the line this will result in an improved job market, an improved economy, at least relative to what it would be otherwise for the common people. Trickle down economics, tax cuts, whatever. When the rich people have more, they spend more, and it creates more jobs, even if they're shitty jobs, whatever. La ti da. So this was able to transpire pretty quickly overnight. Boom, boom, boom. You're telling me after 6 weeks they can't process my unemployment, system's overloaded, blah, blah, blah. And then supposedly once we get it, we'll get all this back pay, and that's great. But how many foreclosures are going to take place in the meantime? Okay, I looked it up. Apparently, Fannie and Freddie have been forced to make some feeble, half-assed, tokenistic effort at mortgage relief. Whoop-de-doo. But at the end of the day, it's all our fault for not diversifying our portfolio. 50 years ago, you could support a family of four and send your kids to college and retire comfortably on a union gig like I had. 50 years ago, you could get pulled over after a couple beers without getting involved in a tangled, stupid racket that cost you thousands of dollars. 50 years ago, a crazy ex-wife couldn't get away with making shit up about you and not letting you see your kids while you're paying 3/4 of what you make in child support and feeling like you have to make it up by spoiling them with all types of expensive shit that she's probably selling on Craigslist. A lot of shit changed. A lot of laws changed. Apparently, a lot of shit got fucked up by that stupid social revolution you motherfuckers had in the 60s and 70s. Why do I call it stupid? Because you same clowns that fucked up everything are passing all these laws and making all these rules that people born after a certain date have to follow their whole lives. Far as I can tell, you're the ones calling your own decisions stupid and making other people pay. Kind of hypocritical, ain't it? But whatever, too late to complain now. So explain this to me. This is a question for the trolls. We got right wing trolls, we got left wing trolls. Right wing trolls. We're all worried about this one world government, Marxist takeover, right? Okay, I'm not denying that's a possibility. Have you read Das Kapital from cover to cover? Because I can't for the life of me get through the son of a bitch. They call it the dismal science for a reason. Here's your chance to shine. Left-wing trolls. Have you read Milton Friedman? Have you read all these conservative economists? Well, see above. Explain the whole thing to me. I'm fairly self-educated, but there's some glaring gaps in my knowledge of economics because the whole damn thing bores me to tears. Just hope the same ain't true for any of you guys, because if it is, I think you wouldn't pontificate so damn much. Here's another one for the trolls. If you think I'm rambling or I'm talking to the voices in my head or whatever, go ahead and say so in the comments, and I'll give you my number for about the dozenth time and attempt to talk to you in person. I got glaring gaps in my knowledge of economics, and I'll tell you so, and I only hope you're not all playing video games and jerking off and occasionally pontificating on shit, because when you pontificate, people listen. So explain this to me. The Fed's got all the ability in the world to pump liquidity into the market, and they can do it at lightning speed. Why can't they give us all some fucking money? Because we're bums who don't want to work? I want to work. I'm a hard worker. Companies are fucked up, man. They look at your history. They look at everything you've done in your life, and they don't want to hire you at certain places. Don't matter how hard you worked. Nobody cares about the reality anymore. People only care about the bullshit. It's all favoritism. If you know somebody who can get you in, they'll get you in, and they'll overlook all the bullshit. Could I go apply at Wawa or somewhere and get hired? Yeah, maybe, but I'd be making less there than what I'm now eligible for in unemployment benefits, and I'm already improved, and I ain't getting them. That wasn't my decision either, to make my unemployment more than what a real job will be paying me. Now you tell me. Maybe I will touch on race matters briefly. I'm a white guy. Everybody's been fucking me and then acting nice to my face since practically the moment I got here. You're telling me it ain't that much harder for a black guy? And I ain't even gonna start talking about systemic racism or anything like that, because I'm just giving some right wing person an in to start spewing their ideology, is all I'm doing. So you tell me. I'm getting to the point where I can understand the burning and looting mindset, even if I'm not taking part in it myself at the moment. Who knows? Maybe I'll get pushed over the edge. Are some of these protesters being egged on by Antifa and all these leftist groups? Sure, I wouldn't doubt it. But the other protesters are all white, pretty much, and they're carrying firearms, and they're being egged on by our president. Do my eyes deceive me? Am I missing something? Let me know. Evidently, something's pissing people off, and I'm getting pissed off. What are we doing here again? Are we still busy diagnosing pissed off people with all sorts of mental disorders when they get pissed off and not wondering why they're pissed off? Who are these people diagnosing all these mental disorders? Have we by any chance been breezing along our whole lives and getting paid? Are we by any chance allowed to get pissed off whenever we please, but other people aren't? Similar to what I said about economics. Have we actually studied anything in the field of psychology? Is this a topic that interests us? Do we know what we're talking about? Is this by any chance something we're pulling out of our asses as a mechanism of social control because we're the ones getting paid and benefiting? So yeah, I'm getting pissed off finally, officially. Trying not to raise my voice. You know why? Because some phony, fake ass expert in everything white person is going to say something. So is it white people? Is that who we ought to be pissed off at? Yeah, kinda. They're fake, they're phony, they think all life is a show. I grew up with them, they're screwy. They live for the show, they live for the fakery. You say something truthful that might create a chink in the armor and then they ban you. They say get lost, we don't need you, you're evil. Is it because they're white? I don't fucking know. I got news for you. I've never lived in a country where white people weren't the ruling class. Personally, I think it's a class thing. I think mommy and daddy tell people they're the bestest from the moment they get here, and they have people teaching them and helping them, and they have a functioning public education system, and then they think they did something. They don't look at the big picture. They don't look at the socioeconomic realities. They don't put things in historical perspective. They think they have themselves to congratulate. Then they go and they get tokenistic. They get tokenistic. They go and they show up as shit and they put frames on their online photos and they honest to God think they stood for something and made a difference. People get tokenistic. You take somebody black, green, red, yellow, you put them in the same situation, would they be doing the same shit? Yeah, probably. I ain't no fucking Afrocentrist or nothing like that. People are people. I think people gotta get humbled. People gotta get humbled. Like if there's still a mentality like, oh my God, oh no, if there's a picture online and your hair's fucked up and there's a poor person looking shit in the background, the odds are extraordinarily high that you're white. That mentality's gotta go. That mentality's gotta go out the door quick for practicality's sake. We got problems now. We got problems. Your show didn't work out because your system sucked. Your system was rotten at the core. There was a gigantic iceberg of rot right underneath your cutesy tip. That's all it was. We got problems. I feel like making a Mad Max reference, but I haven't watched any of the movies in years. Beyond Thunderdome was on, but I was tipsy and I was passing out. I could Google it, but it would be inauthentic of me. So insert Mad Max reference here. I think we're going to have dogs. That's right, in the suburbs even. Loose packs of dogs roaming the streets, and we're going to seize up. We're going to whisper to each other, stay still, I think I see dogs coming. We're going to be sitting at home, we're going to be watching YouTube videos about how to deal with dogs. Can't have ideology when you got dogs. Ideology's out the window when you got dogs. Can't have gaslighting when you got dogs. Worry about the dogs. The dogs are highly antisocial, quite possibly borderline. The dogs get 0 likes. Nothing the dogs do goes viral, and they keep at it. Dogs feel fat today, don't matter one bit. They keep eating. They come right out. They flirt when they feel fat. They're gangsters. They're gangsters, these dogs. Dogs are internationalists. Put them on a plane, fly them to North Korea. You're going to see the same shit. I'll tell you one more thing. They say be peaceful, practice nonviolent resistance, be peaceful. I'm with you 100%. Made videos about it. Where are they? Where are the prophets? Where are the Gandhis? Where are the MLKs? We don't got them. We got Antifa and we got Trump. They say make your voices heard at the polls. Where are they? Where are the candidates? I'll tell you where they are. You can't get on the ballot without a ton of money. You can't get a ton of money without being corrupt. You can't start a popular movement without the media prying into every little thing you've done in your life in an effort to discredit you. You can't get through life and not make mistakes without having a ton of money. We've come full circle. Kind of like how people get out of college and they can't get a job in their field of study without experience. Now they're thousands of dollars in debt and they're waiting tables. It's a fucking catch-22. Can somebody more knowledgeable than I am explain any of this to me? Forget about the dude with the skateboard smashing the window of the CNN building. Forget about all of that. I wouldn't do it. I don't condone it. Are there circumstances in which political violence is justified because all alternatives have been exhausted? Is this one of those times? That's my question.